Warm afternoon, bank holiday Monday. Been thinking about this gorilla on the whole ride, you know. Animals, remember, right, cannot speak. People like myself speak up for animals. What would a sheep, a cow, a lamb, what would they be saying as they're getting ready for slaughter, you know? So about this gorilla, I hope that zoo gets its fucking ass sued off, despite the fact that the parent irresponsibly lost their child and ended up in the enclosure, in the exhibit moat or whatever. That's kind of crazy, isn't it, really? Like, where... Look, I ain't got kids, right? But, you know, I'd be a good father, man. I really would. I'd be a good, responsible father. I just know I would. Like, you got hold of your kid's hand, or you're carrying them, or they're in, like, the little pram or walker, whatever. Like... You can't let your eyes off them, can you? Like, where was the point when that kid left the parent? It must have been a few minutes, mustn't it, that it ended up down with the gorilla, you know? What was she doing in that time? Like, no. A couple minutes later, oh, where's my child gone, you know? It's sad to think animals are in cages for people to pay money to go and look at, like, pieces of shit, maybe piece of shit, whatever, you know. Like, you bring up your kids and you take your kids to zoos to look at animals in cages. You could say that in gorillas, cheetahs, whatever, they're on the endangered list, and then that's going down the chain again, you know. Why are they? You know, because humans intervene and mess around with things they shouldn't, you know. How can humans be allowed to do such a thing to a species, get it to the point where it becomes extinct, you know? But then what sort of protocol? They should have had something in place, shouldn't they? Like, for starters, they should have had a decent enclosure in place. So there is no way anybody could get in there. Like, what's the next thing that's going to happen? We're going to get an animal getting out of the cage, are we? That's happened before, hasn't it? I think a chimp got out or something. But the fact that they shot the gorilla, the fact that they didn't have some other means or way to disable that gorilla to be able to get the child out safely. I've heard some people saying comments on some of the photographs on Facebook and that, oh, they should have shot the kid and stuff, you know. Oh, come on, let's be sensible about this, you know. Let's be sensible about it. It's sad. Like, that gorilla grew up 17 years old. I don't know what the equivalent to a human that is. 50, 60 years, whatever. It's a long time though, isn't it? It's a long time to develop, grow up into such an amazing animal, and then something like that happens and you get shot. Like, it's in an enclosure. I'm sure by choice it wouldn't want to be an enclosure, and then by no fault of its own it gets shot. Like, it woke up that morning, didn't it? Get fed, went out for a stretch, done some gorilla things, or at least gorilla things as far as being in that cage was, rather than being out where it should be, in its natural habitat environment. It's disgusting, isn't it? As long as people keep supporting zoos, safari parks, SeaWorld, anything like that, you know, they're going to be putting animals on show for you to go and gawp at, you know. So maybe that's something to think about, the bigger picture here. Yes, the kid ended up in enclosure. Maybe it was dangerous, maybe it wasn't. It looked like the gorilla was caring for the kid versus trying to eat it. I don't know, that's another subject, isn't it? The animals and the way they act, the way they are. And everyone's seen that man with the lions, haven't they, on the internet, where it's like, I don't know if he brought them up from cubs or whatever, but he spent time with lions. Like that guy with wolves, you know. I guess at the wrong moment, the wrong time, they could snap. They're just animals, aren't they? They're the same as us. We all snap. But animals want to be loved just as much as us, you know. I'm not saying I jump in a cage with a load of tigers, mind, but you get what I'm saying. Animals have got feelings, haven't they? Animals have got emotions. Same as us. Sad, man, sad. Rest in peace, gorilla.